We are ready to get everybody burning and yearning, but really gaining, right?
Absolutely.
A lot of people are new year, new you, all of that. We've been talking about it for a few days now. And you guys have some demos for us to show that you can do workouts at a beginner level too, like a good workout.
Right. And so one of the things is a lot of people don't know where to start.
Sure.
So it's showing them accessibility and ease.
Great.
What I've brought in today is very simple stuff most people do have at home.
Okay.
So dumbbells, resistance bands, the little leg bands, and a simple mat.
Okay.
And then I'll go over the program that will work best with these equipment.
Sounds good. I'm happy to get started. Are y'all ready? They're ready. All right. Go ahead,
Awesome.
Danny. Show us how it's done.
Okay. So the first thing we do is start with the warm-up, just to get the blood circulating and some oxygen going through y'all. So dynamic moves, so shoulder rotations, big circles, big circles. Good. And then we'll throw them in reverse. So remember, today we're just speeding through this, but I want you to grasp it all.
Why is it important to warm up, Danny?
So you're just warming up your body, your joints. This is part of the mobility before we get into any type of exercising. So it helps prevent injuries.
Great.
Next one, we're gonna do just basic air squats, up and down. Now the warm up is designed to mimic the actual exercises you're going to do for the workout.
Okay. So you're from the warm up to you're progressing a little bit is what
Correct.
it is.
You're just getting your body ready for the next thing coming up.
Okay.
All right. After that, lunges, just alternating lunges back and forth.
How many should people be doing reps?
So I use an app, it's an interval timer. You can also grab a portable timer. Typically 20 seconds each one, about 3 rounds. And then your warm up should be no more than 5 to 8 minutes long.
And this is all for a beginner?
Correct.
Okay, okay. And so easy movements, it
Yeah,
seems
very
like very
simple.
doable.
Cross and twist, punch through.
Ooh, okay. You really are opening up all your muscles right now. It seems
Exactly.
like.
Just kind of stretching out the back, getting your hips loose, moving your shoulders and your legs. So a
Okay.
little bit of everything, full body.
Okay, and this was just the warm up, right?
Correct, just the warm up.
And once you're ready to go, how do you know where to start? Do you typically start with like weightlifting? Do you typically start with the bands? What would you recommend?
So for this exercise, what we're gonna do is you have progression, you have your standard. Standard I would do if you're beginning, just no weights. And then progression also with him is gonna be with weights.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so first one we'll grab, you're gonna be by yourself. You're gonna be by yourself. You'll have the dumbbells, you won't. So standard squats. And this is called the 3-3-3. So it's 3 circuits, 3 exercises, 3 rounds. This one's gonna be 12 reps.
Okay, and this is obviously working your glutes, your legs. With the band, does that create obviously a little more of a burn?
It does, yeah, and I have that standard on them just because it doesn't make it a whole lot more difficult, but it does add a little bit more emphasis to the glutes as well.
Okay, that's great. And so would you say that these types of exercises are more effective for beginners or really for anyone, right?
Yeah, mostly for anybody, honestly. And then you can also use, you're familiar with TRX straps?
Yes.
Good, if you need work with your form.
Okay. All right, and so how often should someone be doing these exercises, would you say?
So what we do is to follow that 3-3-3, 3 days of strength, so resistance, 3 days of cardio, and then 3 days of rest and recovery.
Okay. What is the next movement that you would recommend someone incorporate in their workout?
Push-ups, so we'll show the modified.
Okay. I love a modified push-up. Let me tell you, they're so difficult to do, but that's the goal, right? To get to do them strictly without any knee support or anything.
So right, and the first one will be on the knee, so she'll
Okay.
demonstrate that.
Great. So this is for some, someone even like me. Sometimes I can do without. Sometimes your body just isn't there yet.
Exactly.
This is okay.
And then you can do them elevated as well if this is still too challenging,
Okay.
so on a bench.
Okay.
And then he'll do the progressive version, which will be off the knees.
Okay. I better see a clap there, Roman. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That could be hard. I couldn't do that for sure. And again, how many reps at a time for all of these movements? Is it 12?
Yeah, standard,
Sure.
pretty
Okay.
much standard 10
Okay.
to 12. And then like I said too, if you're somebody that likes more of an upbeat, up-tempo, then you can go off of a timer as well, which would be 30 seconds on and about 8 seconds off.
So is all of this considered HIIT when you're doing it like?
Yeah, so if you go through it quicker and you have less rest time, then you're going more in the high intensity. If you want it more strength-based, you would take it slower and go for reps.
Okay, wonderful. Great job, y'all. I don't want you to.
Now staying in this position, because convenient, we're gonna do the modified version, which will be the plank. So she'll hold her elbows down.
Oof, a plank.
Yep, on the knees.
All right.
And then the progression one will be with him. He's gonna come off the knees. Since we already have the band around our thighs,
Sure.
we'll do the kickbacks.
Oh, okay. And what is it important to remember when you are planking? Obviously your back, right? And your head. A lot of people tuck their head in, I think.
Right, it's keeping your shoulders over your elbows, making
Okay.
sure that your back is flat, and then keeping the stomach tight, engaging your core the whole time.
Okay, and what is a plank good for working?
It's a good full body, honestly, so it's your back and your core mostly.
The core. We all need those six-pack abs, right, for the spring break that's coming up. We're barely into winter, but I'm already thinking about spring.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now what we'll do is stand it up. So we'll have Lajali, we'll grab the dumbbells, and then we'll have you grab your dumbbells,
Okie
and
dokie.
then you can stay down. She's gonna go into the standard row, so this is the next circuit. So the
Okay.
first one was the 3 exercises, this
Sure.
is the next 3. Bent over rows, so knees are slightly bent, keeping the elbows in, she's squeezing right in between her back. Perfect, all the way down, all
And
the
you
way
could
up.
start at a lightweight and work up to a heavier.
Exactly. So that'd be
Great
progression.
job.
Now the harder one would be, Roman's gonna grab the dumbbells and we'll be in what's called a renegade row.
Oh, wow.
So push-up position,
Putting y'all to the test today.
feet apart to stabilize, and then we're gonna bring each dumbbell in up at a time. So kind of the same format as a plank, protecting the back and core, bringing that dumbbell in and out.
Great. This looks very challenging, but I love that you're giving us like goals to attain as well. Like we can
Yeah,
start at
because
one
you can
place.
make it very simple, you can make it medium, and you can make it very challenging. So it's a good progression rate.
Well, Danny, you have a lot of offers, or not offers, you have a lot of opportunities for our audience to go visit you guys. You have 2 locations, but you do have a great offer for our audience, 2 complimentary in-body scans.
Yes.
What is that?
So our in-body scans are awesome to start with, and that's usually where our base begins because it tells us how much muscle mass you have, how much body fat percentage you have, intracellular water retention, and then it gives us a basal metabolic rate. So
Okay.
a starting point for where you're at and what we can do with you to get you to point B.
Very neat. Thank you so much for being here with us today. For people to get in on that offer and follow you guys, I know you're on Instagram. They can visit your website.
Yeah. So for those more in the Midtown, look at House of Alio. And if you're more in the Hollywood Park, 281 Thousand Oaks, look for Alio Fitness Club.
Well, you all did a great job. Round of applause for our wonderful fitness models here, but y'all keep